Stellar Blade is that game that everyone felt that this wasn't real. It's not possible for a game to look this good. And it's not possible for a game to look this good coming from a publisher or a developer that isn't known. But we got the demo recently and Stellar Blade is cheeky. Men and women of culture, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Senzu. We're back at it again. Back with another video. Do make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. For watching all the previous videos. Without further ado, we're going to hop into my impressions on the Stellar Blade demo. Now, I have a couple of things I noticed about the demo. It's a demo, right? So this isn't like a full-blown review because the game hasn't even come out yet. So with a demo of this caliber, we also have to take into consideration that a demo is put in place so that the developers get feedback in regards to what they should change about the game. And so what I have noticed about Stellar Blade is the game looks great. I don't know what it is about Korean developers and just having a particular art style or just having a particular way of developing 3D models and 3D characters and the world in general, that the world looks this good. I'm not going to say the world looks as good as something like Horizon Zero Dawn or Alan Wake 2, but it's not so far off, especially with the 3D models. Now, we've all gone through Twitter or X or whatever you call it, with how people are upset with the character models and how Eve is sexually portrayed. That probably has been the dumbest argument I've ever heard, because she didn't say anything when Bayonetta came out. She didn't say anything about 2B, so I don't know why it's such a big deal that Eve is as sexy as she is. You didn't even say anything about Lara Croft, and Lara Croft has been a video game character from like, what, 97, 98? So suck my... Anyways, the game looks phenomenal, the game looks good. Even in the demo, you can tell, yes, it's like a short slice of the game, but you can tell that this game actually looks well. It reminds me of Lies of P in regards to just the art style, in regards to how polished the character models look. Remember how Lies of P, the main character P, looked like Timothée Chalamet? Now this character just looks like... yeah. And speaking of Eve is hot. I think if that's the only reason why you're going to buy this game, it's you're a man or woman of culture. Welcome to the family. Eve is hot. That's all I have to say. Eve is hot. Buy the game. Go buy the game. Go buy the game. Go buy the game. There's no point even watching this video. Eve is hot. You've seen the pictures. You've seen the videos. You've seen all the different character outfits you can get with using Eve. You can see, game is a 10 over 10. It's game of the year. But in all seriousness, right, in regards to like the combat style of this game, that's another thing I also noticed. It's not, people have used Souls-like as a very vague way of describing games that have some level of difficulty. Now, mind you, this game isn't, well, from the demo, the game isn't difficult. It's nothing like Lies of P in regards to like just the difficulty of the enemies you come across and stuff. It's not difficult, but I also won't say it's a platinum game because it's not as fast paced. So the game speed is actually not as fast as I thought it would be. And I thought it was going to be like a platinum game, maybe like a Korean developer level of platinum game-esque type of thing. But it's more of a mix in between a Souls game in regards to just the slow pace of being able to actually, you have to read your enemies' moves and you have to read their stances. And it's also fast paced to a degree. I'm not going to call this game a Souls game. I don't think it is, even though we haven't seen the full game, but my views might change when the video game comes out. But so far, the combat is good, the combat is solid. I do have an issue with the parry system, because as tight as the parry system is, there are even sometimes when you press the L1 button to parry and guard or whatever, that it doesn't recognize the input. So say you parry for the first attack, and let's say there's an immediate attack immediately after that, and then you parry again, it doesn't recognize the L1. So clearly that's going to be something that has to be fixed in the full game. Mind you, this is the demo, so it's allowed. The game is solid. Overall, the game's good. Overall, the game has a lot of it going for it. Apart from Eve being sexy. I think we've all established that Eve is actually a very attractive character model. Even though I deal with the sisters, even though I'm attracted to the sisters, I can objectively say that the character model is insane. As much as I'm giving the game a lot of good things, there is something at the back of my mind when it comes to Korean developers. I don't know if you guys know of this game, Black Desert, right? Black Desert is an MMORPG game, and I think it's also made by Korean devs. And it's an MMO game, so obviously the microtransactions is going to be absurd, but I don't know, with the adverts about how Eve looks and how Eve has different costumes and how Eve has different outfits for each encounter and whatever, I get the feeling that some of these outfits are going to have to be seen with real money. I don't know when, and I don't know when that's going to be put into place. I know anything about modern gaming and about how publishers tend to push in these microtransactions is going to be in a game like this. But hey, if you like the game, if you support the game, if you have no issue with paying for it, all power to you, man. Like, it is what it is. Like, even I have paid for DLC, I've paid for microtransactions every now and then. So, but I think this game is going to be a good game. I don't know if this game is going to have the same level of success that Eliza P had. When I say success, Eliza P wasn't really a phenomenon. It was more of just the people that enjoy those types of games. And then the odd people like me who don't really play Souls games fell in love with Eliza P. So I don't know if Stellar Blade is going to have that same level of impact. But it is just another example of a developer that isn't known, a developer that isn't world-star recognition, that isn't worldwide recognized, that doesn't have like the, the pedigree of a Rockstar or back then a Bethesda. But Bethesda still has a pedigree. But Western developer games, Western RPG makers and stuff. It's a game that I'm looking forward to. It's a game that is going to put more into gaming. It's a game that I hope does well, and it might do well because it's coming out in April, and I don't think there's any game coming out in April. The next big game close to Stellar Blade is Hellblade 2, and that's probably, I think, middle of May. So this is like a very good time to release the game. What do you guys think of the demo? What do you guys think of the game? Leave in the comment section down below if you've played the demo. And hey, if you have any issue with the game, leave in the comment section down below what you think of the game, the combat, Eve as a character, because we all know what we think about Eve, being man and women of culture in this channel. You know what it is. Thank you guys for watching this video. Hope to hear from you soon. Peace.